What up, loved ones? What it do? Spotty Young right here. You know where I'm from. Yeah. So earlier today, I had a little quick interview with OG Shadow, all the way from Sinaloa, Mexico, and shit, man. And I had a few questions about cartel and El Chapo and them, just little basic questions. But go check out his YouTube also. It's called OG Shadow Official. So just check it out, man. He's spitting some real shit. We're kind of like the same in a way, because he's also a truth teller, and he also speaks for the motherfuckers that cannot speak for themselves, you know. And just like Big JD, he likes to slap people with the dick of reality also, man. So definitely this is not for the sensitive people and the close-minded people, but if you're here watching this, thank you very much. I appreciate it. You're probably trying to learn a little something from a different point of view, different perspective. You know what I mean? And I appreciate everybody watching this, man, for real. And so here it is. Check out my little interview with OG Shadow. Right here. You know where I'm from. So check it out. Check it out. I got a special guest right now. You're not gonna believe this. The homie OG Shadow, all the way from Sinaloa, and you know what I mean. He's over here to fucking spit some real shit, man. And spit the truth. That's all. That's all. That's all there is to it, man. Like some people they don't want to hear it. They're not ready for it. But here it is, and here we are. So check it out. You know what I mean? I got a few questions from for the homie right here, all the way over here from the Philippines and shit. Yeah, introduce yourself real quick to us, to those who don't know. Spit that shit, homie.
All right, I'm OG Shadow. I'm out here in Sinaloa right now, and I got a channel. We basically do crime prevention, trying to let the young people know what really happens in this life. There's no glamour, and no one gets out of this alive. Only three exits: prison, death, and bad health. So yeah, with that, I'll let the homie ask some questions. He's got something on his mind, so I'll let him talk.
Yeah, yeah. That's right, that's right. Hey, I respect your whole get down, man. You speak the ugly truth and shit, but what do you call this? Yeah, just pick a few questions, you know what I mean?
Maraming salamat po.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tell us about your experience here in the Philippines. You was here before, you know?
I lived there a while, brother. I definitely did live there a while, and I loved it. It's a beautiful country. You know what I'm saying? I went all through there, through Boracay, through even through the Visayas and places like Romblon, Mindanao. Uh, it's a beautiful country. 7,106 islands to be exact. And yeah, it's beautiful. I got nothing but love for the Philippines.
Oh, damn. I'm pretty sure you were loving it too.
You
Yeah,
know that. You know
especially if you
that.
got them dollars, right?
That makes all the difference over there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. So just you know, there's a huge difference from what people watch on Netflix and whatever the media is saying about Sinaloa and about the cartel and stuff like that. But what about in real life? You know what I mean? And that's why I got so much respect for you, because you spit the real shit in real life, and you're here to fucking speak for the people that can't speak for themselves. You're just representing to the max, and I feel the same way. That goes without saying. But real quick, for those who don't know, let me see what are the questions. What do you guys do if you see a dishonorable person that gets in the game, and then they get scared, and then they want to sell their soul and throw the people under the bus to try to get out from trouble and stuff like that? Those assets to the police, those snitches, dishonorable people. What do you guys do to them when you catch them?
Well, here snitching doesn't exist. We don't have snitches because the police work with us. We work with the police. They're our errand boys, basically. Whatever we need done, when people like, if there's another group selling dope and the police catch them, they take them to us. So there's no snitching because we work with the police. They are part of our organization. It's not. It's kind of different from the United States where people snitch and stuff. Here, sometimes the police will deliver stuff, or they use security. There's lots of things. But especially here in Sinaloa, you know, you get stopped by the police, they're definitely working for the cartel. We have a saying here, plato o plomo. That means silver or lead. That means you take my money or you take my bullets. And that's how they speak to police. They always put them on a quota. So they have a weekly payment they receive. And there's no snitching, no anything. They're just part of the organization.
Okay. Yeah, just a few personal questions also. So you get in the. Is there some type of initiation when you get in? Do you have to prove yourself? Do you have to be? You know what I mean? And then what happens if you don't want to continue with that lifestyle? What do they do to you?
Oh, they'll kill you if you want to get out. Usually, you can only get out with permission. But as far as initiations go, the people from Sinaloa they don't really mess with that. But there's other groups like Cartel Jalisco. They have a camp where they train people, and at the end of the training, they kill one of the people who are training, and the other trainees are obligated to eat him. And if you can't eat a piece of him, you can't pass the test. So there's lots of initiations like that. Yeah, you know, they put people to the max to see that they're what they're willing to do and what the ranking point is.
Oh wow, that's crazy. That's straight shedding light, shedding light. You know what I mean? Appreciate that, man. Another question. What did you say? How many you guys like? How many people gets killed there over there on a daily basis? As far as people that they got this for 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 betraying the organization, like stuff like
For
that.
betraying the organization, you know that happens all the time. There's a saying here. I'll say it in English, but the point is, it's you're more likely to die by the hands of your friends than you are by the hands of your enemies, and that's over greed, jealousy, so on and so forth. I lost my son's godfather to a similar situation. There was 44 of us one day, and the next day there was only two. So we lost 42 people in one day due to betrayal, and it was our own people. So that's the type of thing. You know, I've been out 11 years, but that was one of the main reasons that caused me to want to get out after that completely and never look back.
Oh man, I feel you, man. For some reason, I just feel you. I know what you're talking about. But yeah. Also, another question. Um what do you guys? What do the bosses do with the money once they accumulate all the money from you know?
You know, it depends on their personality. Some of them are low key, like the real boss of Sinaloa. He's never been arrested. He's never been touched. Mayo, but he's also a very humble person when it comes to luxuries and stuff. A lot of them big build mansions and stuff like that, and they make themselves a target. And they usually just end up getting taken by the government at the end of the day. So I guess it just depends on the taste. But yeah, most of them live a luxurious lifestyle, but the smart ones stay low key and off the radar.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, those the questions usually that I just mentioned earlier came from some of my homies, but they're just curious. But for my own personal question, I'm just curious, like, because I'm picturing this Robin Hood type thing. This people taking money from the rich and helping out the poor people that's don't have a chance and stuff like that. Is that even realistic? Is that even true?
Here
Or
in
is it?
Sinaloa, we give an allowance to all the kids who don't have money to go to school and for their uniforms and stuff like that. They get a weekly allowance. On top of giveaways and stuff during Christmas, the Sinaloa cartel gives away cars. They give away houses. There's ones who actually pave the roads. In the community where I live, the government hasn't paved the road in over 100 years. So almost everything's done by the cartel, and they are part of the community. So most definitely they help out. Unfortunately, there's lots of infighting here right now. There's lots of people dying, which isn't normal for Sinaloa, but it is happening. But yes, they have an allowance for kids, and they do lots of things to try to help the people, most definitely. And that's why the people are so loyal to them, and why the Sinaloa cartel has always been successful. When you have the people watching your back and the people on your side, the government will never take you. because the people will always warn you when they're coming or they'll hide you or so on and so forth. That's why in the operation, when they went for Chapo, they burnt down over 150 houses. They went burning all the houses and all the fields and all the people just trying to get information and terrorize them. So when the population supports you, it's definitely a big help. And that's the difference here than other places. Other places extort the people, get money out of them, kidnapping, bad things. And here it's quite the opposite. So that's why they get support from the people.
Wow, that's kind of like similar to what I'm picturing too. Like, because there's really more to it than what they show on Netflix and Hollywood and stuff like that. But to
Oh
clarify,
yeah.
but to yes sir, to end this little interview real quick, thank you for shedding light. But just to end this with this last question, just to clarify about the Netflix, about the Hollywood's perspective, can do you know who is the real boss? Because right now what they're showing on TV is El Chapo.
No. It's a mile. That's why that's why they arrested El Chapo. He's always been the fall guy. El
Oh,
Mayo's been in El Mayo's been in charge a very long time. Everybody knows here in Sinaloa who Mayo is. They just call him the M. He's the big dude.
oh wow. So he don't care about the fame or anything like that. He's just like trying, he just let this guy El Chapo.
Right now he's at war with Chapo's sons over control of Sinaloa. It just started about 2 weeks ago. So you have three of Chapo's sons going against Mayo right now. That's the cause of the violence right now here in Sinaloa.
Oh wow. That's from what you said earlier about the greed and stuff like that. I kind of understand, sir. And
Exactly. I can't understand either.
well, thanks for stopping by real quick. Hopefully, we can do this more in the future. I'll get more questions, and you're more than invited, and you're more than welcome on mine. And I really appreciate it, big bro. And yes, invite me on yours too. And if you got any questions, let me know.
I got you, brother. I got you,
Yes,
brother.
sir.
I'm gonna cut this off, and I got none but love for you. Maraming salamat po.
Maraming salamat. Thank you. Gracias.